Hello and welcome back to VR Obsession. In this episode, we're going to look at an app called Bigscreen. Bigscreen is what it sounds like. You get to watch things on a big screen. This is particularly great for movie lovers, people who like TV shows, or people who like an interactive social experience to watch things. So here are some examples of different environments and things that you can do in Bigscreen. For example, you can watch movies like you're in a theater. Or you can watch sporting events, or you can hold meetings and have meeting rooms that you can join people in or invite people to as a host. You can also go to karaoke rooms. Basically, there's no limit to what your mind can think of things that you can do and set up. And one of my favorite reasons to use Bigscreen is that you can watch 3D content. Now, the first time that you get into Bigscreen, you're likely to see a menu like this. The first thing that you may want to do is change your avatar. This is one I've already changed to somewhat resemble me. The one that you start off with is a rather generic looking avatar. Now, Bigscreen does not bring over your Meta Quest avatar, so it will just kind of give everyone the same generic one at first until you change it. The easiest way to start viewing content is to click on social and go into a public room. But I do need to say this. If you have kids using this app, it should be a supervised experience. There is a lot of mature content here. So once I click on public rooms, let's see what people are showing. Here's someone showing a Spider-Man movie. Now you can use your joystick to scroll up and down. You can see some rooms they're saying 18 and over. However, no one's checking IDs at the door. Here's one. Someone has taken the movie Alien and converted it to 3D. There are 30 people allowed in the room. There are 4 people currently in it. And the icon kind of shows you what the environment looks like inside of that room. Let's go in and see. Now it takes a moment for people's avatars to show up. And it's easy to move around in the theater if you like also. You simply use your joystick buttons to push forward or back, release, and you can change seats. You can move all the way up to the front and stare up at the screen if you like a mutant, if that's the kind of thing that you enjoy. I prefer it in the back seats. Now there are a few different ways to watch content in Bigscreen. One way is if you have local files that you want to watch, say by yourself, you can go from the main menu to video player. And from here, you can choose one of your movies. Another easy way to watch content quickly is to go into your main menu and look across the top here. And you can see you can watch YouTube videos, Prime Video, Disney+, Twitch, Pluto TV, and there are other options also in the TV channels. Another way to view content is to use the remote desktop. If you want to host a public room and show video that other people can see, this is the only way to be able to do that. What the remote desktop is Bigscreen has a companion app that must be installed on your computer. And then it will show and stream whatever is showing on your PC or computer screen into the headset. And then that way you can also allow other people to watch it. Now, one word on that, in your room settings, you must ensure that you have the same login on your headset and it must match your login on your computer. They must be the same or else it will not work. Now, if you want to host a room for other people to watch, or you can watch by yourself, from the main menu, choose Host My Room, and here you can set it up. Across the top, you can set up your room name. Usually you're going to put in there the content that you're going to watch. There's a room description block if you choose to use that, and you can change the room category. Here is the invite code that you would send to people if they need it. For instance, if you were choosing private invite only. Right now I have it selected to only me in a closed room. You can open it to friends also. Choose how many people you want in the room maximum. And you can also choose or invite your friends from your friend list if you have them in there. Finally, you can choose publicly listed. This will, under the social aspect of it, it will list your channel publicly so other people can join. Now, if you are going to host some video content, then you must do it through the desktop app from Bigscreen, and then stream it from your PC or computer to the Bigscreen app, and that is the only way that other people can view the content you want them to see. I have mentioned that you can view 3D content on Bigscreen. That's one of the primary reasons that I use it. Now, there are a couple apps if you do not have much 3D content, a couple apps that you can use to show 3D content or convert movies to 3D content. One of them is called Owl 3D. It is a subscription-based app. However, it is the easiest to use, and the price is relatively inexpensive. There are two ways you can use Owl 3D. You can either use it with its desktop app, which will show in real time whatever's showing on your computer to the Bigscreen app and show it in 3D if you choose. Another way is to use the AI-based website and convert the movies that you have on your computer into 3D, save them, and then show them through local content later. Now, I will say that you have to have a relatively strong PC or computer to do this with a good video card in it. Another app that you can use, it is free, however, it's not quite as easy to use as Owl 3D. It's called IW3. With IW3, you have to go to the GitHub site to get it. You use a batch file to install it, and then you have either a desktop app or a GUI to use where you can either stream real-time 3D content that's showing on your computer, or just like Owl 3D, you can convert content ahead of time and save it to local content and show it that way. Remember, if you want to host content in a public room, you must do it through the Bigscreen PC app. One final note, do watch what you show in content. There are moderators that go between the rooms, and basically if something is available to the public for them to either rent or buy or watch themselves via TV, then you can show it in Bigscreen. However, there are things you cannot show. For instance, if a movie is still in the theater and somehow you manage to acquire a digital copy, if you try to show it in Bigscreen, it is likely that after a few minutes, a moderator will come in, shut the room down, and kindly remind you that that content is not appropriate to show. Well, thank you very much. I hope you enjoy the app. I love Bigscreen. When I choose to watch a movie now and I'm by myself, this is typically the way that I do it. I hope you enjoy the app as much as I do. That's my story. I'm sticking to it. Enjoy Bigscreen.